Hello, welcome back. I'm going to try to do this through Zoom to see if this makes a better video. I'm probably going to have to divide what I wanted to do up into two videos because the first one I did was too long. So let me see if I can get the screen up to share with you. And let's see here. All right, and I'm going to hide my thumbnail because I know you probably don't want to look at me. But anyway, I want us to look at the second industrial revolution. This is very much like the scientific revolution, and the things that happened with the sciences bled over into other areas of society, and that created the Enlightenment. So the second industrial revolution is the result of the things that happened in the first, but it led to changes throughout society, not just with industry. So let's look at some of the things that were happening. One of the things that happened was the increase in steel production. They needed steel for making better steam engines, stronger steam engines. They also needed lots of steel for railroads. Later, steel was needed for skyscrapers. It's one of the things that enables skyscrapers to be as tall as they are. Henry Bessemer is associated with that process. You also see chemistry being put to use in the 19th century to largely develop consumer goods. They start to look at different products and how they can make products, how they can preserve them. The person that is mentioned in your reading that is associated with chemistry is Alfred Nobel, who invented dynamite. He did not intend this to be used for destructive purposes, but it was used for those purposes. This resulted in him taking his fortune and devoting it to a peace prize that's still used today. You see electricity being developed in this time period, particularly with the dynamo that was created by Michael Faraday. The dynamo is basically coiled wires, and you run a magnet over those wires, and it produces an electrical current. The other person that's mentioned that is associated with electricity is Thomas Edison. You primarily remember him for inventing the incandescent light bulb, but he was also involved with studying the currents of electricity and inventing thousands of other things. The principles of mass production were also implemented in this time period to a remarkable degree, making large numbers of things rather quickly. This is accomplished by using interchangeable parts. This principle was actually discovered by Eli Whitney, who you also need to remember was the person who invented the cotton gin that improved using cotton as a material for making textiles. It also uses the assembly line, so you have lots of people doing individual things to produce and assemble products. This speeds the process up, and it also makes it to where you could supervise very closely as well. Transportation begins to improve in this time period. The use of steam power on ships certainly improved the speed at which ships could travel across the Atlantic. You also see transcontinental railways being constructed, particularly in the United States and Russia, connecting large territories. You're able to get resources and people where you need them, get goods across the country. It was a great way to link these places up. You also see the automobile come to play in this time period. It didn't start off as a very big thing. A man named Otto invented the combustible gasoline engine. Benz is the first person to patent the automobile, although other people had been playing with the idea earlier. Daimler invented a diesel engine. Diesel engines are noted for being able to do, they could work harder. They could pull more things, produce more energy. The person that you probably most closely associate with the automobile didn't actually invent the automobile, but did vastly improve how it could be produced with the assembly line, and that, of course, is Henry Ford. You also see airplanes begin to be developed in the late industrial period. The Wright brothers at Kitty Hawk are particularly noted for this invention. I am going to stop this video now. Let's see here, pull this back up. I'm breaking this up because evidently YouTube won't let me post long videos, but I am going to do my best to make these short and hopefully effective. So I will let you go and look for another video here in just a few minutes. Okay, bye-bye.